First off, I've heard a lot of stories about going to the U at school. First off, I want to know, like, what was your experience at the U? I was a huge fan of the U actually back in the day. Back when it was the old, is it a heron, right? The heron mascot, where it was like the skinny one with the really long beak. I had one of those jackets, the varsity jackets, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite jackets. And I've always heard so many great stories of like people who went to the U and stuff like that. How was your experience at at the University of Miami?
It was solid, bro. I think being down in Miami is what you make of it. Like for me, it was tough because I was planning. I mean, I devoted my whole life to playing college basketball, and I get to the point where I can play Division III basketball, and then like a couple other schools that were like, yeah, like we have an opportunity for you, but just like not full scholarships like you'll see at Division I or Division II level.
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity right in front of me, something that I was working for my entire childhood to play college basketball. But I also had this idea of like, all right, I want to set myself up for the future. And I was already training. So University of Miami got the opportunity to work with the team and like kind of fill in like a walk-on manager spot the first year. And got a full scholarship somehow through that. So that was kind of like a decision that made itself where I was like, all right, don't pay and like set myself up for my future career or keep this whole basketball dream thing going at a D3 for the next few years. So I got down there and it was like, I didn't know nobody. Literally everybody else that I was on my team went to play college basketball. I'm the only one who's like kind of in the middle of like this walk-on manager spot. So it was tough for the first year, man. But after that, and like after the first year, I really dove straight into like the training side of thing and just grinding that out day by day down here in Miami and building my own base. That's when I started to really find like a rhythm and enjoy it. But yeah, man, the U is what you make of it. Obviously, like you get different pockets of people. You get the people who are got their daddy's credit card and swiping it at Live and 11 every weekend.
For sure.
And then you got, people who I would typically be around where it's like, it's like a typical week, right? Other people are out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to take advantage of being in Miami, but you also got to lock in and make sure that those distractions aren't hindering your future. So it was definitely eventful, man. And it's still, Miami's a crazy place, as you know. It just like things that you see on a day-to-day basis, just walking down the street
are insane.
It's crazy. So yeah, it makes life interesting.
Yeah, I tend to go to Miami a few times a year. I actually was just telling you, like, I'll be out there Thursday for the UFC 299 event.
I forgot that was here.
Yeah, it's this weekend. But yeah, Miami's a different animal. I actually watched a documentary on the U, and it was this guy who was just like stuck. He's just like stuck in the U. He got entwined into that party, the culture of being on the beach and all this stuff. And he's still there to this day. He goes to every U game. He's like basically like he's still in college. It's actually a crazy documentary. But that's kind of like why I want to ask you about like your experience at the U, because he was just like, it was just parties at the parties and you're on the beach and it's insane and you just can't really focus. And he was just like, I just stopped going to college, ended up staying here and just being like a Miami resident forever based off of that. So that's really cool to see.
Man. He figured it out.
He's like, hey man, the party's here. I'm chilling. We got Live on Sundays. I got the beach here, Miami games. And the thing is, Miami, I think the U is like, in my opinion, one of the better schools when it comes to both sides of the ball, right? Football and basketball. I feel like some of those schools in Florida are like one or the other.
Right.
And the U does a really good job at both. So it's like also the sports culture there is crazy.
Yeah.
I just love it.